This is Prodigy, here to tell you that this video took me a lot of time and effort, so be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed it. Also, on the 9th and 11th of this month, it's mine and my girlfriend's birthday, so be sure to drop us some love in the comment section below.
Just start the video already!
Enjoy the video, ladies and gentlemen. Is this really what people thought 2012 was gonna be like? Because I sure didn't. I didn't believe that for a second. Also, I can't tell if this intro is the opening scene of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with Galeem devouring everything with light, or simply Jaden activating super polymerization. Planets, ribonucleic acid, galaxies and solar systems alike. Be wowed by my scientificness, Pharaoh. It's only been a few seconds of screen time, Seto Kaiba, and already you're shoving the I'm the Vegeta to Yugi's Kakarot vibe so hard. Arabian Nights like Arabian Days. Damn, Kaiba. I'd be worried about Osiris, Isis, Ra, and all the other gods, and Atem himself to violate that rectum of yours for violation of this, what I assume to be sacred burial ground.
Anything in those scans?
Generic science question.
Speed up your progress or we'll find someone who can.
Yes, sir. Faster, everyone! Work faster!
Slavery. Is the pilot of this helicopter drunk off anime juices? That was not safe. The copter can nosedive, and there goes Mokuba. Speaking of Mokuba, he is no longer Raditz. This movie does have pretty good music, though. That little jingle that was reminiscent of the OG opening theme was grand. Ladies and gentlemen, Yugi has hit a growth spurt. Turns out getting rid of a spirit that was in your body really spurs on the change in a young man. Well, unless you're Jotaro, in which case you hit puberty at the age of 2.
Well, I was wondering...
Wondering what? I'm kinda late.
I was wondering about Taya.
Creepy old dude wondering about young girl cliche.
Don't you two always walk to school together?
Only little kids do that, Grandpa. Anyway,
I heard her skirt is ridiculously shorter, Yugi. Please, I need to see it.
hey there.
Greeting a cat.
Taya!
So, not only did Yugi say hello to a cat, the douchebag of all animals, but his love interest saw that.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting.
Taya is Big Boss.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Oh, man. How am I late for school again?
Because your entire life revolves around a children's card game. Also, did you hear how rickety that bike sounded? My Brooklyn boy, stop rough riding that thing like how my rough rode your Brooklyn salami. That was on purpose. You mean to tell me this guy has no peripheral vision?
Hurry, Joey!
Yeah, it's cool, Sanpei. Luckily, I skipped my morning shower.
Lack of hygiene.
Oh, you know the speed limit!
Nope, going too fast to see.
Luckily, Joey lives in Japan, because if this was the US, that's a death penalty right there. The cup would accidentally fire 10 bullets into Joey's skull and they'll throw a parade.
Bakura, hey, over here.
I baked this for you.
I guess there's just something.
Bakura the ladies' man? I don't see it. Maybe when he's all evil and sinister, yeah, but my word, by George, great Scott, passive mode? No. No. And what was Tristan's reason for running late? Was he paying a late night visit to Serenity?
No way.
Why is Joey's neck more fit than the neck of a bodybuilder?
To be a professional dancer, I can't be afraid to bite off more than I can chew.
I've seen octopus served at Chinese buffets before, but apparently the next door Japanese buffet has octopus that looks like little cute cartoony ones.
So proud that you're following your dreams, Taya.
At least someone gets to. My dad says that after I graduate, I'm gonna have to go work in his factory.
Daddy issues. Tristan shoving this spaghetti hot dog in his mouth like a Neanderthal whilst Joey slowly goes in what seems like an attempt to kiss him is super cursed imagery.
I know a guy whose job was being a professional wrestling dummy. Okay, fine, that was me one summer.
I share the enthusiasm of Yugi and Taya. Does Joey just enjoy manhandling Tristan like this? It's like how Hinata was with Yui.
I won't be able to hit a home run.
No one's expecting you to!
some moves. I call this one the Sleep Witch.
The sleep witch maneuver almost killed your friend, man. What kind of friend shakes you when you're eating? Well, actually, don't answer that.
You better believe it. I'll be the champion of the world in no time. There's no one out there who can stop me.
Except our math teacher, who confiscated your dual disc for polishing it in class last week.
Then whose virgin disc was that in Joey's basket?
I'm going to keep helping my grandpa at the game shop, but I'm going to start creating my own games too. I know it may sound a little cheesy, but maybe one day we'll all be able to play one together.
Let's promise, when Yuge's game makes it big, we all meet up and play it. What do you say, guys?
Hey guys, it's been a while, but my new game is finally here. Oh yeah! What's it called, Yuge? Dungeon Dice Monsters, or DDM for short. It's like Dungeon Dice Monsters, but you build a dungeon instead of a dungeon. Duke wants to know your address.
Remember, your friends believe in you.
Thanks. And I believe in you all too.
Cheesier than my girlfriend's grilled cheese sandwiches.
Kid over there, in the corner. Who is he?
Hey, Bakura! We found someone who is as under the radar as you.
I know he's been in our class all year, but I can't remember his name. Am I crazy?
Nah, you're just dumb.
Waigami is me in high school, apparently. Why don't you guys remember my name? I transferred here 3 years ago.
Take your seats, everyone. Sit down.
Do these Japanese teachers beat their kids unless they sit down in less than 2 seconds? They scattered like rats as soon as they saw this teacher who I swear resembles Antinomy.
Got your dual disc back.
Sure did. Though it could use another polish.
I think Joey is just scarred from that one time Ludwig von Koopa swiped his dual disc from him. I can just imagine him in a cold sweat scrubbing his dual disc saying, "Don't worry, Daddy's got you. I'll clean you. I swear I clean you."
Hey, what you got your deck out for, Yuge?
Imagine if Yugi got locked up in jail for indecent exposure for flashing his deck out like that. Just imagine Tetsu from 5D's, "You're under arrest for indecent exposure of your deck. Keep it in your pants next time."
It totally makes sense you miss him sometimes.
Not just sometimes, all the time.
Dear God, Taya is probably feeling certain feelings right now. She probably feels like a relationship with Yugi is forfeit because he loves Atem more than her. Also on the subject of that, I feel like Taya is more into Atem than Yugi. She seemed attracted to Yugi only when Atem was taken over, so it's like, if she marries Yugi, will she be thinking about Atem when they go bang or something? Unanswered questions drive me nuts. It's replaying how Yugi Boy beat him with the fictional effect of gold sarcophagus. It showed off how big little Yugi's brain is, but I feel like just having Monster Reborn would have sufficed instead of being like, "I predicted you would use Monster Reborn, and now I can revive Slifer!" It was epic, if not redonkulous.
Things ended so suddenly between us. I wish I just had one more chance to let him know what he meant to me.
That's gay!
What is it, Joey?
You hurt that bike's feelings.
Smile bright, Igami.
You mean to tell me that this idiot Scud whacked you and sent you flying into the wall? What is occurring here? This discount Ginyu Force comprised of a stunted porn director and a member of BTS?
Only I get to yell cut.
Aw, yeah? That was on purpose.
Joey landing on his heels should have snapped his patella right out of its resting place, thus welcoming him into the land of compound fractures. That aside, what a wicked way to make an entrance.
What do you want?
A fight if you don't let him go.
You, meet me at the old factory tonight or else. Come alone.
What kind of bullies are these? Who would willingly go to get their arses kicked? This'd be like a lion and his pride going up to an impala saying, "Show up at the savannah tonight. Come alone."
So, how do we know and not know him at the same time?
Yeah, wish I had a good answer.
At least there's always one thing that's certain. I'm starving. What do you say we go get some dirty water dogs? Yugi's treat, or Taya's, or I guess we could call him Tristan.
You're terrific, Joey. Never change.
Stunts actually show. Bad move. Now then, what do you say we get back to making our film?
Okay, the porn director joke was kinda not serious, but there's something about the shirt, hair, face, and the way he delivered that last line that kinda makes me wonder.
You're at the bar. where you start crying like a baby. If he don't cry, Scud, we got ways to make him. And it don't involve an onion. Why are you laughing?
I mean, you thought your own joke was funny, right? Maybe Aigami was sharing the laughter before he ever so destroys your lives.
Serious about the onion. I mean it.
I'm certain you do, and that is why you must vanish.
Aigami is the villain, and even I saw that coming because he was the quiet one. Always watch for the quiet ones.
What I have is the power to change your pathetic world into someplace grand. Someplace you don't deserve to exist.
These idiots brought lights. Scud was like, why did I say at night? If I knew the retard would show up, I would have said come in broad daylight because the lighting in here is a show.
Oh, Scud, he's history!
No, history is remembered.
I'm gonna take a quick sin away. You know what? 5 sins for how cool that line was. I know the next mortal sin I'm gonna say will more than make up for it. I play Duel Links, that's not the sin, and I noticed that Scud is a duelist you can play as in DSOD. That is freaking stupid because why Scud? We never see him duel. He was literally the douchebag who dies. Yet in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, not that I'm a fan, doesn't contain Alito, only Shark and Kite. Why? Alito is apparently a strong recurring character in Zexal, and I need more battle in boxers and Duel Links. Nova Kaiser isn't enough. I need that Star Cestus. Yo, not to raid on your Plana parade, but that whole thing was on film. If you're gonna be evil and kill some lads, at least use your power to erase the evidence.
Today we settle things once and for all.
I take that to mean you want to duel, Kaiba.
I certainly didn't go to all the trouble of bringing you here to ask you to dance.
I mean, you never know. Yugi is always walking around like he's gonna go get f***ed up at a rave with that double belt and metal on his shoes.
Duel, and will do so with my new bleeding edge beyond state-of-the-art dual disc. I warned you to prepare for battle, Pharaoh, but there's no preparing for this! I fusion summon Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon!
So your new state-of-the-art dual disc allows you to freaking cheat! What kind of luck is this that opened with 3 blue eyes and a polymerization for the triple-headed boner neck? 4,500 attack with 3 hits? That, just scoop, Yug.
Dark magic fair! Using my life points. I can summon my most ardent ally!
Yugi's ardent ally when shopping for a new robe at Hot Topic, apparently.
I will beat you!
You've been saying that for years, Kaiba.
For years? Kaiba's obsession has been going on for years? You need a girlfriend, Kaiba. Also, no offense, but I knew that when I saw you launching cards into space to teach aliens how to duel, I knew there was something wrong with you.
I figure, if there is intelligent life out there, then let's teach them how to duel.
Desperately wrong.
My scars of defeat run deep, Pharaoh. Scars you inflicted upon me. And though they may never go away, something can be done to make them easier to live with.
Too bad the only person you're interested in dueling is actually dead! Kaiba boy!
Magician girl!
We know that she's the Dark Magician's disciple, so was it a provision for her to not wear any underwear to unlock her full potential? You sneaky devil, you.
You could never stand up to my power. Not then, not now.
What do you mean, not then, when he beat you then? Kaiba, you make me angry, I will send you to the Shadow Realm.
Then take damage equal to those same attack points.
You set me up.
It's over, Kaiba.
But I knew you'd set me up, so I had this ready. The trap-enhanced counter. Too bad, Pharaoh.
That means...
Yes, it means that after all this time, I will finally have my revenge! Attack! Hyper Neutron Blast!
Props to Atem for taking that Neutron Blast Kamehameha like a champ. Man didn't even yell as his molecules tore asunder. Still, this goes back to a previous episode where I talked about direct attacks. What if it's a Blue Eyes neutron blasting you? Will you just straight up die? Like the Flame Wingman, whenever the ability activated, it sounded like they were actually feeling some real pain. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dangerous, y'all.
Dirty monkey. Huh? Well, oh my god, you could grind meat on it. Ah!
Wow, this is the dude from that one episode in the anime. He's not fired yet? What a nice detail. Who is this man? Looks like Pegasus's hair, Snake's beard, and Archer's mustache attach themselves to a generic anime character's face.
It's far superior to any design that's come before it.
Wait, that thing they gave him was a drink? It looked like they handed him one of those vaporizers that the young people use nowadays.
Since it's directly connected with my brain, anything I imagine can become a reality, just as you all witnessed with the Pharaoh.
Wow. So if one imagines the Dark Magician Girl dropping it like it's hot hard enough, it can actually happen? Kaiba really is a Japanese executive.
And you defeated him soundly, sir.
I concur. It was no contest.
Quiet, you sniveling sycophants.
And just when I was about to say that they were suck-ups, thanks Kaiba.
I went to a great deal of trouble recreating the Pharaoh's deck, strategies, even his perfectly coiffed hair. In fact, that part is what took the longest.
Yeah, the hair would take the longest because the first two can literally be achieved by looking up his deck list, but coiffed? I would not label Yugi's hair as being coiffed. The closest Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist whose hair is close to being coiffed is Yuya, and his hair looks like a messed up science project.
But still, it wasn't the real Pharaoh, so I didn't really beat him. And until I do, my scars of defeat will continue to burn.
And the winner for the most edgy anime character goes to Setsu Kaiba!
Fire whoever designed that bottle. Kaiba Corp's products shouldn't bend that easily.
Yes, understood.
Corporate Japan.
I got some good news, bro. We found it.
You got a crick in your neck, Mokubo? Why do anime characters do this?
You're a big dog.
He's trained.
Great, I see Duke Devlin is still reducing Joey to his little dog. I guess some habits don't die hard.
I'm not a dog! I wish I could just play dead.
This article
Wait, it's those bullies.
says here that they all just disappeared without a trace.
And they're still missing?
Gets worse. The article says there's been a whole bunch of these cases all around here.
This is serious, but seeing Joey run around in that dog suit kind of takes away the edge.
Not just here, the whole world. I saw online something about 50 people vanishing all at once.
I suppose Duke has seen many a people vanish since he is so nonchalant about this? Holy blue eyes, white girl, is she wearing colored contacts? I thought Taya had brown eyes, but now they're blue. What?
Look.
Girls stalk a boy cliche.
Your reality will become even more real. You're welcome, Domino.
Kaiba is the Steve Jobs of this world, not only because he's creating stuff and presenting it, but he has the black turtleneck.
You just know that jerk Kaiba's gonna charge a fortune for it.
No problem. You'll just have to man up and work some overtime.
Hey, what have you done with my dual disc, Tristan? You broke it!
Huh?
And because you did, you owe me.
Huh? Oh, you asked me to fix it!
And now I'm asking for a new one.
I can't tell which Joey's more desperate for, the new dual disc or to just choke out Tristan at every possible turn, even during working hours.
Guys, chill out already. Hey!
Brain freeze.
You need to be put back on a leash.
No! My balloon!
Way to go.
Suplex City, but at what cost? That poor little girl's balloon has been lost to the ether. That's the worst feeling you can have as a kid.
My friend, I doubt Master Shin would desire revenge.
This is not revenge, Manny. This is simply doing what is right and just.
Come now, Diva. You know that's not so.
I must do what I must do.
But at what cost?
At any cost! Understand, Manny. There is nothing wrong with eradicating evil.
I know Bakura was a bad guy in Duel Monsters, but good boy Bakura has never gotten this much attention. He's in the crosshairs of both the babes and the villain. Spot on, oh chap.
No one is more evil than him!
You would think Agami would know that there are two obviously different people at this moment. The timid lad we know him as, and all Agami has seen him act thus far, and the evil lad who he was blamed for Shadi's death. This can be solved by literally talking. And apparently Shoddy's last name is Shin? Shoddy Shin. Oh man, I banged my leg into a table and now I have a shoddy shin!
Mr. Kaiba has arrived.
Apparently Kaiba knows how to fly not only the copter, my copter, but also a jet! All I can think about when I see Kaiba in this jet is the Mega Phantom Beast archetype, which, fun fact, is the first deck I've ever owned alongside Battling Boxers by opening up Walmart booster packs, Team APS style. That aside, can we talk about the Mega Phantom Beast archetype? It's like, okay, if you want to play with a bunch of tokens, just go to Peter Piper Pizza. Oh, sorry, I underestimated his wealth. It's a VTOL that can evidently park itself, not a jet, because if it was a jet, he would have gone and annihilated everything since he just jumped out of the damn cockpit.
Hey there, bro.
You grace us with your presence, sir.
Goodness gracious, I feel like Kaiba forces all of his workers to greet him like this. Is it just me, or is this angle very disorienting? Because at first glance, it looks like the staircase is going down that way. So when I see them going down this way, it just makes me feel like they're walking on the sides of the steps in some sort of weird MC Escher painting style.
Load it into the chopper at once. I plan to reassemble it today.
Right away, sir.
Reassemble it? You do realize it took Yugi 8 years to complete the puzzle, don't you?
That's because Yugi's a simple-minded child.
Jeez, Yugi spent 8 years solving it? Here's the thing, I thought Yugi was about 16 or 15 in Season 1, but this viewer here in my last video let me know that he was actually a super genius who skipped grades, and he was actually 12. Props to you, guy, but this shit's all over Kaiba for calling him a simple-minded child because he solved something that was pretty much unsolvable starting at the age of 4 or 5? Holy shit. I loved puzzles as a kid when I was young too, but damn, Yugi!
I know you're here. So show yourself, Aigami! Or would you prefer your other nomenclature? Diva.
I wish Kaiba would quit being Batman for more than a few minutes. How does he know Aigami, let alone his real name? Aigami's moniker and real name are both Sanskrit words that represent karma, as well as dharmic beings, respectively. And while that is simultaneously the coolest and lamest thing I've ever heard, what kind of mother looks at her son and says, you know what his name is? Diva. No wonder his moniker is Aigami. Way cooler.
My network of security tech says that you were in the town of Domino minutes ago.
Oh, so that's how he knows. Because his network of security tech is exactly what George Orwell warned us about. You know, George Orwell, the one guy who made that series of novels that you were forced to read in high school, thus ruining your summer.
How is it you're suddenly here?
With a power you can't possibly comprehend.
I am evil and my power is incomprehensible. Cliche.
Unlike your tech, magic has no limits.
Aigami just explained, in short, why Kaiba can never beat Yugi.
Oh, it's yours, is it? We'll see about that.
No, we won't. No false moves, kid.
This gun is not allowed on my Christian Yu-Gi-Oh channel! In all seriousness though, I'm glad this wasn't censored and that Aigami isn't just being fingered from the back by this guy, because that's what they did with the Pegasus Goons and Bandit Keith back on Duelist Kingdom.
You got me. Or do you?
Aigami is a troll!
Stop! What are you doing?
Don't worry, Mokuba. There's no way me and my washboard abs will lose to a simple-minded child.
We'll rid this world of all evil. They are wise to run, but at the same time foolhardy.
So basically they are D-O-N-E no matter what? You could have just skipped the middleman and just said that, matey.
You're the worst of them all. You have gone to great lengths to create your very own collective, one where everyone serves you, whether they be a consumer or an employee.
You don't understand, fool. I'm doing this for a greater cause. And what cause would that be, Seto Kaiba? My salty runback.
People vanishing all over the world. They must be because of him.
Ah, so you know my work. And we won't rest until every evil soul in this world suffers that same fate.
Light Aigami here wants to erase all evil on the world and replace it with his own utopia. And I'm not talking about number 39, but aside from that, generic villainy is generic.
You're next up on our list.
Huh, so this is what dying feels like. Unimpressed.
Farewell, Kaiba. And good riddance!
Aigami says what we will all rejoice in saying when the ban list is more than this. Hello, Future Prodigy here to take note that Harpies has overthrown Blue Eyes on Duel Links. My apologies for any reference to Blue Eyes being the one and only top tier. I know you may have been timed up a storm, but ignore me. I mean, don't ignore me. Ignore the me in the video. Well, not... Future Prodigy back again after the production of this video to say that Harpies has been dethroned by Resonators, which was then dethroned by Onomats. So... yeah, the meta has taken a change from the last upload. And to make a prediction, just to see if this video takes off and actually ages well, I predict that pendulums will overrun Duel Links. Carry on. Ignore any comments, just Blue Eyes is not the one anymore, okay?
No one orders around Seto Kaiba.
Does the new Duel Disc require you buy a shirt that has weird mechanical attachments in it? Is this why Kaiba never changes his jacket, because he'll lose his ability to duel if he does? Is this jacket mechanical, therefore it's always pitching a tent? So many questions!
He survived. Diva, how is this possible?
Yeah, how did he live? Why couldn't he just money his way out of Yugi's mind crush back in Season 1? Why couldn't he Batman his way out of being soul stolen by Maximilian Pegasus?
You can't stop me.
Perhaps not like the others, but I have other methods at my disposal. Such as my cards.
Everything really is handled with a card game, huh? You know, I'm kinda surprised looking back how Joey didn't challenge the Ginyu Tokusentai to a duel, if this is how the fate of the world is determined.
What's going on?
Mr. Mokuba, look up.
Behold, the red anus in the sky is coming to destroy the world.
Let's duel.
I'll do the honors.
I draw!
Oh man, this movie brings back delicious memories of yore, when you could actually draw on your first turn.
What's this? I can summon my high-level monsters without paying any cost?
So we're actually back to Season 1 where you could summon Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, and Red Eyes, Black Dragon with no tributes. But really, is there any cost to summon a high-level monster like Blue Eyes White Dragon? Especially Blue Eyes White Dragon. In real life, it is pretty simple to summon, considering things like Cards of Consonance with Stone of the Ancients exists, or any other combo with other Blue Eyes support cards.
You'll be dimension summoning. You are allowed to choose how many attack and defense points each of your monsters have.
And how do I do that exactly?
By infusing your spirit energy. But you can't exceed your monster's original point total.
Damn it, so I can't dimension an infinite attack point Karibo? I can't fulfill my lifelong dream of destroying someone with Soitsu?
Dimension summon! Rise up!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Has indeed become Dragon Ball. A marvelous realm where yelling equals power!
There's something you should know. In a dimension duel, if your monster's destroyed, you don't take battle damage. You take damage equal to its attack points.
Can we talk about how stupid dimension dueling is? It's kinda cool how every monster is essentially just the Flame Wingman now, but no other way to deal damage? If that's how this is gonna be, just summon the legendary Fisherman number 3, completely indestructible, unaffected by spells and traps, and simply deck out your opponent. And make Mako proud. I guess the Plana people have their own weird cubic duel disc to just dimension cards to his hand? Also, Agami joins the list of people who have special duel discs to suit their character. Not counting Kaiba Corp duel discs, the other ones are Yubel and Captain No's Axel Brody.
The cubic seed!
You're keeping its attack points at 0?
Correct.
Vjom's attack is always 0, but imagine a dimension duel when you summon Blue Eyes, but you only have enough gusto to get it to 200 attack. Is that just the Yu-Gi-Oh! Equivalent of not being able to get it up? What? I get dual performance anxiety.
Attack Vjom! Where'd it go?
Before Agami was in the actual Duel Links game, Seto Kaiba beat everyone to the meme of not reading Vjom's effect.
Cubic Ascension summons another Vjom that you're forced to attack. Now both your dragons are out of commission.
I activate Dragon's Orb!
This trap card not only restores Crystal Dragon's abilities,
But I also get to draw 2 Blue Eyes out from my deck!
Kaiba is a filthy, rotten cheater because this card does not exist, and even if it did exist, the effect is just to have your Dragon's Monsters effect not negatable, that's not a word. And even if Kaiba used this trap, how does it help him out when it's Vjom doing this to the dragons?
This won't be how it ends. Not when I'm so close to reviving the Pharaoh.
Since I don't want to add 100 sins for how many times Kaiba mentions resurrecting a Tem one by one throughout this entire movie, I'm just gonna add them now. See what you did, Kaiba? Salty little bastard. I'm convinced that Dark-Sided Dimensions Kaiba is what you get when Dragon Ball Shouting has a baby with JoJo poses.
What trickery is this? I draw!
Yuma Tsukumo and his Shining Draw. This is the real Shining Draw featuring Seto Kaiba.
It's Obelisk, the Tormentor! An Egyptian god card, but how? Those no longer exist.
When the Pharaoh left this realm, so did the Egyptian god cards.
The Egyptian gods don't exist anymore. Kaiba literally did some anime nonsense to play him just now. And as if that's not enough, he's not just any Obelisk, he's Super Saiyan Obelisk with bullshit effects.
Obelisk's ability! By destroying all of my monsters, you take damage equal to Obelisk's attack points. But your monster can't use its abilities. It's no monster. It's a god.
That was pretty cool, but Agami completely forgets how the effects of his cubic cards only apply to the dragons. Not this guy, who I'm sure isn't the real Obelisk, but his edgier twin brother.
Fist of Fury!
Holy sh**. Agami just got royally by taking 7,000 damage and taking the Obelisk small-headed Falcon Punch.
Oh no! The puzzle! The boy's escaping with it!
Agami instant transmission. Why did Mokuba need to get on this container that's attached to the helicopter? I get Agami would have just stole the puzzle otherwise, but why was Mokuba's first thought, let me straddle this Mokuba headbutt. He's just lucky he doesn't have his dual monster's hair anymore, or else his neck would literally need to be stronger than Gaston's to pull roughly 35 pounds worth of hair. Bullshit. I don't care how powerful his magic is, Agami's legs are shattered! They flew up this high and were still gaining altitude until the headbutt. Why does Kaiba's VTOL have Vision Hero Faris claws? Agami took a piece of the puzzle, thus making it impossible for Kaiba to complete the puzzle. All he has to do now is destroy it with magic, throw it away, bury it, or even eat it and let his magic colon do the work to prevent Kaiba from completing his goal.
I don't believe it.
Turns out you can't stop the Millennium Ring's boner for the other items.
Whoa, did I oversleep? This is not my pillow!
We soon find out Joey dozed in graduation practice, so what is his pillow, Tristan?
Kaiba, you're not my pillow either!
Although I guess a Kaiba body pillow would be a close second. Gosh, is there actually a person out there who actually has a Kaiba body pillow? Guys, be honest with me in the comments, which one of you has a Kaiba body pillow?
Hey! That there on your arm, is that the new dual disc? Yes, it is. But you can't have it. You're not worthy.
Even in Joey's subconscious, he can't stop being tormented by this demented-looking rich boy.
Stop laughing!
Joey running backwards in the air. I honestly don't blame Joey for this. Graduation practice was whack, and that's because I was like Yugi Boy up there giving a speech. Practice is boring as hell.
Wake up! We're all making a nightmare!
It already was a nightmare. Also, let's chill with the wooden sword.
Hey, show some respect.
Respect for who? No one's really listening, right, T?
Tissues! I need tissues!
Emotions are for the weak.
We'll lose our powers when the Pharaoh resurrects in Yuki's body.
That won't be a problem if I get rid of the body.
You're going too far.
I like this Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it's not afraid to go as far as to explicitly say how the plan of action is to deliberately slay someone. No finger guns, no covered up backstories looking at Astro Boy's dad being kidnapped here, and none of this, the shockwaves will make me fall nonsense. 2 sins off. By the way, why is Sarah so against her bro in all of this? They both don't want Atem to resurrect, so why does she care about the method? Who are these imbeciles in the classroom just wrestling like this?
No coming back from that. Hooray! Fun.
Well, Agami certainly isn't doing a good job at pretending to be here just for the bro time.
What do you think? Wow, it's a red eyes. Yeah, me and this card have been on some adventures.
Yeah, we've been on a boat, on an island, in a skyscraper, on a plane. I even put it up my soul, so yeah, we're pretty close.
Do you like dueling, Agami?
Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty bad.
Pointy devil horns for hair, secretly evil with mystic powers, bad at Yu-Gi-Oh! This guy's definitely me. Who is the architect that designed this building, and can someone please tell him that no matter how tall you build a thing, you cannot intercept Jesus? What kind of keyboard is this with the keys, with no labels by the way, split with this, I assume, touchpad in the center? Also, if you pause this computer keyboard on this frame, that, ladies and gentlemen, is what Konami really thinks about everything we complain about. There goes any potential sponsorship. I mean, this is what a 21 is to a person who can count like a programmer. Yeah. Seto Kaiba, this jacket is really okay, along with the mini air conditioners that blow your jacket and make it move like this, did you look at Dark Necrophere and think, yeah, I want that on my jacket? So that long thing was an elevator? How is it not falling over due to how thin it is for having to support that much weight with no struts or any type of support? The hell? Not only is this elevator evidently powered by all the bull the world has to offer, but it does not take you to the main room. It takes you to the conveyor belt to the main room. Well, what if there's soda machines in the conveyor belt room? We've seen come out of Kaiba's shoulder pad. A soda machine in this room is nothing.
We'll have a full cross-sectional rendering for each piece from every angle at well beyond a subatomic level.
Don't you think I know that? I invented the blasted thing.
Affirmative. But my AI has recognized your affinity for being reminded of your genius.
Kaiba not only builds sophisticated AI, but he programs it to act like a bitch and compliment him this way when he acts like a
Hey, Agami, what's with the cube?
Literally everyone's reaction back in high school to me solving my Christmas present Rubik's Cube.
It looks like an antique.
Yes, that's because it is. Someone very special gave this to me.
You know, Agami, my father happened to be an antiques dealer.
Antiques dealer? Just say merchant, my man. It makes me feel like your dad lied to you about antiques dealing and told you that drugs are antiques and antiques are drugs.
Before we settled down here, we were living over in Egypt.
So what's with the Tan Crumpet's voice then, old chap?
Don't forget to lock up.
Solomon is a douche for turning the lights off in midst of Yugi trying to read his cards in preparation for some friends.
That golden box. It has a kind of glow.
Looks like being a member of the all-powerful Plana race has cost Sarah her height, as she is barely taller than this 3-foot desk. It's not like she's a 5-year-old either. Later on in a flashback, it shows her and Agami when they were younger, so that means Sarah has to be around 14. Also, I'm adding a bonus sin for encountering the most demented people I have perhaps ever read as they spoke about Sarah's age. What has the internet become?
This box is very special. You see, it's where I keep my duel cards.
Well, Yugi's storage place for his cards is definitely better than mine, that's for sure.
Master Shin bestowed on myself and others a great power. The power of the Plana.
Sarah giving backstory doubles as LSD.
I don't feel well.
What was that? Are you okay, Bakura?
Please, you were saying about Egypt.
How slow are these fools walking? There's a building with bricks and a boner plant when they stop, but so long ago when Sarah gave her backstory, gave Yugi the puzzle piece, and Kaiba realizing that Agami took some puzzle pieces, this building was only a few paces away.
My father received word that an artifact he'd been searching for was in a place called the Valley of the Kings. He was worried about his journey, so I secretly followed him.
He went on a boat by himself across this river at night and had his son stay away. This is shady, like he's trying to find an Egyptian prostitute or something. Bakura's dad is apparently a member of Team Unicorn.
What you are experiencing right now is a result of we, the Plana. Our powers are transforming your world right before you.
Your powers? Agami, what are you talking about?
Ah, yes. I forgot, you're the slow one, aren't you?
Agami is a Also, I'm not sure if it's slow to be surprised when you pull out this magical cube out of your asshole and out of nowhere summon the anime Children of the Corn.
Bakura, get up! We gotta get out of here! He sucked! 'Cause of you!
Violence, eh? That's so very typical of your kind.
Kind?
And that's why, Joey, you'll now be banished like all of the rest.
Agami sums up when Formula Athlete Hang On Mock absolutely absorbed Duel Links for a month.
Well, Joey, now, be gone.
I would add infinity sins for killing my main man Joey off in front of my very eyes like this. But since I don't want the sin counter to just be this for the remainder of this damn video, and although that'd make my job very easy, I'll just tack on 100 sins. This.
The playdate is canceled.
What?
Come on! Something's happened to Joey!
Yet, how Tristan knows this is beyond me. Doing this on a motorcycle is legal in Texas because we are run by a bunch of crazy bastards. Yeehaw, but is lane splitting like this legal in Japan? There's no way Japan is crazier than my beloved rootin' tootin' Texas, right?
Trapped in a world made up of your own thoughts.
No way. My world would have less traffic.
You're not making this world, Joey. Your memories are. This place, this reality, only exists as long as your memories do. But what do you actually remember, Joey?
Quick, Joey! Remember the time when Mai took you after duel monsters and and then finally pulled the newspaper out of your bum?
I may not be an A student, or even a C student, but that don't mean I can't remember stuff. Like that Sanpei's grocery store over there.
Looking back on this shop owner, he is the biggest jerk in this market because he was tossing his water bucket into a little street where people can slip and fall. Not only that, but if it wasn't Joey that took the bucket, he would have just splashed this woman instead.
I will erase these memories one by one. Every face you've seen, every day you've known, terminated. And since a man is nothing without his memories, once they're all gone, you will be gone too. Farewell.
Once and all for how cool this main antagonist actually is.
Tell us again why you chose us?
Because, as children, you can understand things in a way no adult ever can.
I don't get it.
I selected you, children, because you are very smart. I don't get it. Time out corner now, Sarah.
Fear tricks and clouds your judgment, and they often take out this anger in the form of aggression. This has been the cause of the world's failings for millennia.
Ever since you saved me, I haven't felt a moment of fear. And as long as I'm with you, I'll never feel fear again.
Young one, that is the very definition of fear.
For how long has Shoddy been teaching these absolute dunces for students? Because unless if the answer is yesterday, I will not believe you. All of them are silent, but the ones who've spoken so far either don't know what's happening or misunderstood the teachings.
The ancient stone! And just as the ancient text said, the golden ring is inside it. Whatever you want, I'll pay it. Just tell me what your price is and I'll see to it. I must have that ring!
Why does the white-horned imp even want the ring for? To sell it? To study it? To be an evil with it? It's not explained. He can only want it to shove the pointy bits in his hole for all we know.
The ring!
I'll go get it.
I guess the evil spirit that possesses the ring likes little boys? Why did it have to rip open little Bakura's shirt, exposing his strange child abs?
Take this. When the time comes, use it to wield the power of the Plana. You must carry it now, for my time in this world is complete.
Don't waste all your tears on him. You really ought to save some for each other. I like this new host body. I think we'll be able to do all kinds of terrible things together.
This is the true source for Aigami's hatred towards Bakura, but Aigami is equally retarded like Bakura's dad and gets an F. An F? A F? Whatever. They fail for not hearing that special part about the ring where you actually get controlled by it.
The Millennium Ring is not an object one can possess. It possesses you.
thus driving this plot in a sea of terrible listeners.
I don't want to listen. Please forgive me. Stay away! You're the enemy! Bakura, you ruined my life!
Yes, he did. Huh? He ruined all of our lives, Diva.
Manny?
Now do it. Take revenge on Bakura.
You're acting strange, Manny.
If you won't, I will. I'm going to enjoy this, Bakura.
No, Manny, wait! This isn't like you!
Stop killing him, Manny! That's exactly what I was trying to do this whole time up until now, because for some reason I don't want to anymore!
Is that the Millennium Ring? But how?
I found it.
I realize he actually just found it at the scene, but it just sounds so anticlimactic in this context. How did you get that evil item? I found it!
But it feels so good.
It feels good to choke out our main British lad. Does the Millennium Ring just have euphoric properties attached to it? Because this is consistently making the user feel amazing, like when the Unicorn Dad picked it up.
It feels amazing!
And now with Manny openly declaring how it feels so good, baby! Also, why did he even take the ring? This is whack, yo, because Bakura's dad needed to try it on for it to start going bad. But all Bakura did was touch it, and it started ghosting through his chest as if Crazy Diamond punched him and healed it inside of him. But now all this man needs to do is look at it, and he's tempted? Not to mention, I guess Manny is just the chosen one for the ring now, since it evidently did not blast him with skulls.
Manny, I'm here. I'm right here with you. Must I lose everything?
Never mind, I guess he wasn't the chosen one. The ring just gave him a delayed time for when it finally kills him off so we can have this dramatic scene.
Guess this really is it. No more running. No more crawling. So long, world. So long, everything. Joey's signing off. Is that...
Oh my god, Joey is alive! Don't... all sins removed! Don't scare me like that again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime movie! Or else you'll be sorry! Regain composure... But now I will have to regretfully have to add all those sins back and then some because I'm starting to think that Shoddy never said anything to Aigami about their power being absolute and that Aigami is just very overconfident in his powers because if... And I suppose I can understand the genius Kaiba beating it with his anime supplements, but if this lad from Brooklyn thwarted the banishment with the help of a dead guy, then this power is far cry from absolute.
This changes nothing. Your fates are all still sealed, including Bakura's. Till next time.
Wait, stop!
Be graced, my audience, as we have just bore witness to Joey resorting to the language of the gods to express his anger towards Bakura actually being dead. Also, oh no, Bakura's dead! Now I have to take off a pity sin because I don't want people to think I don't like him any more than Joey Wheeler, which I definitely do not. Shut up, me. No, I'm talking to myself. Will you just shut the hell up?
Some of my memories are forever.
Friendship withstood the power of the Plana. How is that possible? Where did Diva go wrong?
Even the all-knowing Plana people forget this is an anime with an undying friendship conquers all undertone. That's a sin on these Plana people for being anything but all-powerful, and a sin on the friendship conquers all cliche.
Split up!
Right.
Good luck!
Bakura!
Yeah, yell Bakura's name as if that'll help. What if a cop finds you and asks what on earth you're doing running around in the rain at this time? I'm trying to find my friend who I suspect has been banished to the Shadow Realm. Can you please help?
I guess?
I don't understand. The power of the Plana is supposed to be the greatest force in the universe.
Poor Aigami. That's what every villain ever said about their supposed unrivaled power. My Death Note was supposed to be the end-all be-all force! Not anymore, it isn't. Chocolate. But how could the world fall to a 17-year-old? Because you kicked with your bad leg. Kaiba engineered helicopters that can teleport. Aigami, I don't think they have you, especially when you can actually teleport. All-powerful, how about demonstrating that now? They've repelled and slowly surrounded you, you disappointment.
You really think you could get away with stealing the last two pieces of the Millennium Puzzle?
You noticed earlier than I thought you would.
It could be because Agami figured he'd assemble the puzzle manually, but come on! It's been a day or some shit, and Kaiba is the one friend we all have who will notice something minuscule, like if you ate a piece of cereal out of the box. There's one less Cookie Crisp. I know. Don't even ask.
And now this, a deprivation mask.
Oh, that's what this is? One more minute without an explanation, I would have just figured he was being initiated into the Phantom Thieves. Cannot wait to see Agami in Persona 6. Can't wait to see him in Smash.
My cardio stinks.
Just pretend there's a mint condition Ghost Rare Dark Magician, my friend. That should motivate you to run more. Hell, you may be able to outlast the entirety of the Fitness Gram Pacer test with that amount of motivation. I want to know what product Yugi has in his hair for it to not get matted to his scalp with how much rain is pouring. Welcome to New York. I want you to imagine just trying to get home from a very busy day at work. You spilled your morning coffee on yourself, hitting a speed bump, ruining your brand new shirt. Then you find the coffee machine is broken, so you can't get yourself a new cup of coffee. And you shocked yourself trying to fix the damn thing, so now you're shocked and coffeeless. You're then told your quota has not been filled, and it needs to be filled by tomorrow or else you'll be terminated. And now, all you just want to do is get home to your loving family's embrace, only to be halted by Duel Monsters champ and innovator Seto f***ing Kaiba having a stare down at the intersection with Yugi f***ing Moto. Kill yourself on the spot.
Don't actually kill yourself.
What is wrong with Kaiba to be projecting a shadow like this?
Not long from now, I'll be introducing my new duel disc, and to mark the occasion, I'll be holding a tournament the likes of which has never been seen.
With only 3 contestants, yeah.
How did you get it? That's not important. Yugi, you'll come to my tournament and bring the puzzle piece that you have.
Huh? You know? But how could you?
I know everything that goes on in Domino.
It would make slightly more sense and be slightly less creepy if Sarah gave Yugi the puzzle piece in public, but she did that in private behind closed doors via teleporting in the room Yugi was in. That means Kaiba can and will spy on you in your house because his network of security tech actually tells him everything.
My network of security tech lets me know everything. We'll wear the puzzle again and summon him, Yugi. Then I will duel him, and I will defeat him.
Very unlikely. What, that's not enough? Atem is jacked up on anime juices that would make a JoJo character blush, and not only that, but he's actually legitimate bullshit. His archetype is pretty solid when it works, and since he can draw exactly what he needs when he needs it...
That move had nothing to do with luck.
The Pharaoh didn't predict what his next card would be. His willpower made it so.
Anybody who challenges him is half-past f***ed. You'd need a god hand. Strike that. You'd need an entire god arm of a hand to contend, especially if you're going first.
Hey, Yugi! Long time no see! Looking good down there!
Shut up, Mokuba.
I'll be seeing you again soon, Yugi, and after I beat you, I'll be seeing the Pharaoh.
Really, that should be the response, because I guarantee you that all Yugi could hear was this. What was so insignificant about Yugi Boy that the crowd just floored it when he was alone? They'd rather kill this short-statured teenager than this older teenager who's wearing a f***ing discarded Apple project.
Sarah, where are you? Where are you, Sarah? Sarah? Sarah?
Huh. I actually kind of like that grown-up to childlike voice transition.
Help!
Hey, what's the big idea, kid?
Little brat, check your wallet.
Sorry, I'm here. Lousy beggars.
Check your wallet, dirty beggars? So not only are these 3 insensitive, but also blind, because Agami was going for the water as if it was the teat of his birth giver, and not any money. Not that any was visible.
Thanks, Sarah.
Of course, brother.
Brother, sister, like this, and I swear this to you, is responsible for the most sin removals right behind Joy Wheeler shenanigans.
Wakey, wakey, diva.
Nice pad.
That aside, it looks like Agami is starring in a reboot of Alan Wake or a new Assassin's Creed.
We've analyzed your cube. We know there's a piece of the Millennium Puzzle inside.
How did they find that out? Did they give his cube an x-ray? He put the puzzle piece inside the item Shoddy gave him. But why? I ask why because he carries that thing everywhere he goes. Why not just leave it in the magical dimension he was in earlier? That place seems pretty unreachable to Kaiba. Is he trying to taunt them or something?
What we don't know is how to get it out.
Of course not. That requires true intellect.
True intellect or magic bull? Because this cube looks like it lives and breathes magic bull.
I'm the only one who knows where it is. So maybe it's all of you who should start cooperating with me.
Looks like you don't know everything.
How's that?
We're 2 steps ahead of you. We know where the second piece is, and it's practically ours.
That's being 1 step ahead, Mokuba, you half-wit. Knowing where the puzzle piece is would make you 1 step ahead, but your confidence in the piece being yours doesn't make you 2 steps ahead.
Don't take my word for it. Look at this.
Sarah.
And how do they know about Sarah? She's appeared twice. Each time it was via ghosting into reality. That doesn't give you her identity, especially when she's not even from the region and would definitely not appear in any records for Kaiba's tech to trace. Ugh, 10 sins. Look at this Kaiba Corp dome. It's even designed to look like the new Duel Disk. Everything else on Teia's phone is in English, but the text from Yugi detailing how he'll rail her tonight is written in— Come on, don't lie about the content. Come on, I'm sure a big portion of my audience doesn't read Kung Pao Chicken. That's heavily racist, and Kung Pao Chicken is Chinese, you f***wit. The details on how they're gonna save Bakura are in Japanese. What the hell did I just watch? This pilot just had a terrible day. As if it wasn't enough that he was gonna crash, explode into pieces, and possibly leave a wife and child alone in this world, but he was vaporized by the Neo Blue Eyes ultimate boner neck. What has this show become?
What just happened? What's going on here?
I killed that pilot with money and hyper-realistic holograms. So, this is a hologram, but the explosion was real? What? Also, because of that fire and laughing, all I can think of is Ozzy Osbourne.
What just happened? What's going on here? Duelists from around the world. What you just witnessed is but a taste
Blue
of the
eyes,
possible with my new Duel Disc.
I've never betted a woman. I'd rather build some tech. If Yugi beats me, I will f***ing kill myself. I'm the best and you can blow me if you disagree. Is this even a gaming product at this point? This is some secret real-life hologram the military would use, not for the little ones to get their game on, throw down face downs, and feel the flow. Look at little Emma. Now look at little Mickey. With the new Duel Disc, Emma can incinerate little Mickey to a cinder by just summoning Blazing Enpachi or even a Fire Eye. Wow.
That was a hologram? You owe me a new pair of drawers, Kaiba.
Funny, but Joey just admitted that he his pants.
For too long, we've been forced to live in just this reality. It's tedious, poorly designed, and pathetically constructed. If the one responsible was in my employ, I'd have him fired.
Yes, Mr. God. I'll have to suspend employment due to a lackluster performance, and I wish you well on your future endeavors.
And when you wield my Duel Disc, you will find I've spared no expense to make sure you have pure tech perfection.
If this piece of dueling tech is so good that he's perpetually sucking his own penis and won't stop over it, why is it we never see it again? This is after Duel Mansters because the scars of defeat are continuing to burn. And Yugi hasn't graduated yet, none of them have, so why isn't Jaden, Yusei, Yuma, Yuya, and Yusaku have the life-altering, dimension-altering Duel Disc shown here? Why is the timeline so confusing? Where is Dark Side of Dimensions in the timeline? What is this crowd, my friend? We've got Mr. Field Power Bonus and the Duel and Dino Dildo Boy. Are they on a date? It makes sense that they're here, but they're enemies, yeah? And look at these cosplayers! We've got Dark Magician Girl on deck, Celtic Guardian, and even this lad who dressed and cut his hair to look like Seto Kaiba. And over here we have a kid dressed up like Yugi. The hell? He even has the hair. And I'm guessing Miracle Flipper? I don't know.
Seto Kaiba!
And the crowd goes wild. Let's not let this display of grandeur have us forget that Kaiba also created Duel Links. And I feel that these people would not be going this wild if they knew how much Kaiba was finna scam them with it. Exhibit A, Duel Links meta box openings. I am a fool. I now realize how similar Yugi's box is to the gold sarcophagus, which is a reference to the Ark of the Covenant in itself. Yugi is Lord.
Brother, I'm sorry. But I couldn't tell you I gave my puzzle piece to Yugi.
World's cutest betrayal?
Wait, Kaiba!
I feel like Yugi just saved Agami's life here because Kaiba was luring him onto this virtual bridge thing that I'm sure Kaiba was gonna just deactivate and send him crashing to his death.
This is my tournament.
Kaiba's tournament is only 3 people with the most retarded bracket where it's him, the tournament owner, going against the others in a line style that matches Smash Ultimate Arenas.
I call the shots.
Not this time. You know me, Kaiba. You know I'll do anything for a friend. So back off, or we're gonna have a problem.
A threat?
Sure, why not?
Yugi with the knots matching the size of his hair! He has never been this aggressive, and it's awesome. It's so awesome, I'm removing 2 sins so that the next sin won't break even.
Yeah, Yug.
Taya calling Yugi Yug? Is that a first? Usually that nickname is reserved for Tristan and Joey. Guys watching this video, it's not a good sign if your girl starts calling you what your bros do. It's the first sign of an imminent friend zone. Well, looks like we're gonna have to get used to the, Yugi-Rebecca relationship.
Yugi!
It's concerning the way how he loves to throw his, at the time, 1 or 2 of a kind tech marvels. Does Kaiba just design every one of his dual discs with aerodynamics so that you can throw them like a frisbee? And the Seto Kaiba scam begins. Why doesn't Yugi's dual disc have the awesome holographics that Kaiba's had before? This is just a normal one with no graveyard, pink lights, and a different board to throw down your face downs. Kaiba's false advertising is worthy of 1,000 sins. You can't make anything a reality with this hunk of plastic, people! Why did Yugi react all shocked? Did these screens contain the text of Endymion, the founding Sorcerer Supreme? Or maybe perhaps probably some other redonkulous pendulum monster?
I infuse my spirit to dimension summon!
What the f is that, huh? Yugi, you're the man, but when it comes to screaming, Kaiba has you beat. Oh man, along with drawing on the first turn of the match, I'm getting so much nostalgia from being able to normal summon in defense mode. Meaning now, if you want to use Cyber Dragon Core, you better make sure this little doesn't get you OTK'd by a Utopia double combo.
I use 1 overlay unit to activate Utopia doubles effect.
Into rubble! And you take damage equal to its defense points!
Agami is cleaning Yugi so much that the game got confused and dealt Yugi an extra 400 points of damage because the Soldier of Stone has 2,000 defense, not 2,400.
Dick of destiny! Since I took battle damage, I get to draw a card!
Are you high? Because you've taken nothing but effect damage so far. Also, this Dig of Destiny card. Is the art referencing that one time Tristan punched a boulder? Also, the name. Dig? I guess the real man dig by punching the boulders.
Draw 1,000,000 cards if you want, Yugi. They won't help you. Not as long as I have my cubic monsters. They'll keep transforming into new and powerful forms. Observe! Vulcan Dragni, the Cubic King! Attack him directly!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Although this thing does special summon these cancer-ridden ball sacks, it cannot do this during the battle phase. Matter of fact, everything like Agami has done so far has been nothing but a big crock of cubic Although these cards do help the setup for summoning the other ones, they're not quick effects, so this loop of attacking and special summoning is not only kinda busted, but actual BS! And this is actually an OTK, or one-turn kill, for those of you who were me a number of months ago. I say that because he summoned Garrett Guile and destroyed Yugi's monster, dealing him 2,400 points of damage. Then he directo attacked him with Vulcan Dragny and Indiora, smacking Yugi with 16 and 24 respectively. Take into account that each of these monsters deals 800 burn damage on summon, we have an additional 2,400 effect damage on top of the other damage for a total of 8,800 damage, which is lethal.
I send a monster to the graveyard to activate this trap. Silent Swordsman, cut the Emperor's attack points down to size.
Doink? This card, when translated, says Warrior Sacrifice, and even though it doesn't exist in real life, where it does exist is in Duel Links as a Yugi-specific skill. That's pretty cool, but this is some shit.
Lord Gaia, the fierce knight! Go! Lance's cubic Emperor!
Lord Gaia attacks by tossing his lances rather than riding his horse and jousting Indiora to death. Have you seen a lance? They're not exactly made for throwing. Hell, you can barely even hold that thing normally.
It's split back into 3 V jumps.
Why is Agami all about these eyeball testicles? He could have used Indiora's effect to special summon Garrett Gaia and Vulcan Dragny again and deal an extra 1,600 effect damage. Damn, Yugi really got f***ed in this duel. He's lost about twice over already, and it's only turn 2.
Man, I can't watch.
Tristan says what I said when I watched Konami unashamedly release the Duelist Pass.
A world without hate. Can you even comprehend such a place? Where instead of using people, you are of use to them?
Agami is making me think about life. In this anime, based off a kid's card game. Bro! Bruv! Broski!
Join us. And together, we can remake this world into one without hate, where no one has to live a single moment of fear. A world of our own design.
More generic villainy, and I'm positive this is almost word for word what Light said to Misa.
You say that we hate? Well, from what I've seen, that's all that fuels you.
These people came here to see a duel, not an anime moment. Right? I mean, is this normal? When a duel is happening, will a person just go into a philosophical spat?
You must take me for a fool.
This guy, who I swear is just Dario Brando at a young age, is eating soup, fish, chicken, and pancakes.
No food for you or anyone.
Child abuse!
No matter how much money we bring back, it's never good enough. But if you're hungry, hug a pillow. It almost feels like you've just had a big meal. Here.
I prefer ice cream.
Ha! Sarah's cuteness now wipes yet another sin from the counter. Why is Shoddy appearing as a magical jizz droplet from God Almighty?
Why you? Why can't I move?
This Mr. Sextuple Extra Large is a fool! Fool! Why would he attempt to punch this intruder from another world when he's got this knife on his retarded belt? Yes, the belt is retarded. Don't you just hate it when a random stranger appears to turn your brother into a ball and then turn that ball into nothing?
We're not through. Not at all.
Go! The Trap Dimension Sphinx! Since your monster has over twice the attack points of mine, the difference is dealt to you as damage. My second trap, Dimension Guardian. It keeps Gaia from being destroyed. My third trap card, Dimension Mirage. Since you failed to destroy my monster, your monster is forced to attack again.
Oh no! That would mean... you trapped me!
This is a cool death combo that Yugi just used despite the fact he should be long gone at this point. Only thing is that Dimension Mirage needs you to banish a monster from your graveyard to resolve the effect. And since Yugi has only one monster in his graveyard, he would suffer from a condition I call premature effect resolvulation. It's a common condition, especially in older duelists.
Yugi just won!
Kaiba showing every bit of emotion he can, despite the fact a can of beans has more emote power than Kaiba this time. I'm ignoring that Hisoka is popping a boner over here. I'm looking at this crowd again, and my Vision Hero eyeballs are detecting a Dragon Quest VIII fan, and... by God, is that a pompadour? Josuke Higashikata is a Yu-Gi-Oh fan! That's actually perfect, because if you got a trash pull in Duel Links, I'm talking going 199 packs into Ultimate Rising and not pulling Sphere Kriba, but instead pulling an Axe Raider levels of shit. He can just smash his phone into a billion pieces to expel the anger, then heal it back together. Probably won't repair the hole in his heart and his wallet, like the time Josephu spent all his money on invisible baby items.
Where am I?
With friends.
You!
Joey, excited. Taya, happy. Tristan,
You now have them both, yes?
yeah, and if I got me one, he'd have them. This is a dumb bracket, there's no excitement. We know it's gonna be Kaiba versus the holder of the two pieces for a grand finale. Just hedge your bets on the winner in accordance to the wildness of their hair, and you'll be good, brah! Yeah, looking into the side here, this isn't actually the new Dual Disc, it's the prototype for a Dual Disc Mini. Dual Discs are supposed to make you feel like Counterpunch or Time Gazer Magician, or else it's not a Dual Disc!
This matter is not up for debate.
Listen to me, Kaiba.
Lads, do you realize the puzzle is slowly floating away? God has a little something to say about this, and he's beaming up the puzzle. Nope, nothing. Just gonna start the duel anyway, okay.
I draw! With this, I end my turn.
A single face down? Why, Yugi, it's like you're not even trying anymore.
A single face down. A single face down. A single face down. A single face down. A single face down! Oh, that aside, where is the Directo Ataku? You know, swing over the blue eyes and then whack Kaiba directly with 2500 attack Dark Magician? My god, if this actually matters, I will be so pissed.
What was it the Pharaoh used to say?
It's time to duel.
It's time to duel!
Not so fast, Kaiba.
Not so fast, Kaiba!
Breaker, attack him again.
Breaker! Attack him again!
The time is over.
I guess that too.
Summon Apple Magician Girl! If your monster is so tough, then let's see if it can take her down. You fight me with fruit? Don't. And this friend's bound to leave a sour taste in your mouth. She's Lemon Magician Girl! But that's not all. She cuts the strength of your attack in half. Try making lemonade out of that!
Terrible fruit puns out the wazoo in this segment.
Lemon Magician Girl also calls up her friend.
Hey look, it's the clickbait for my videos.
You really hate dragons, don't you?
Kaiba trolling everyone watching this during the Blue Eyes Tier 0 meta of Duel Links.
First, I have to give you a card. So here, take this one!
What's with the face? Did Yugi just throw Kaiba the cold feet spell card?
Gandora X, the Dragon of Demolition! It destroys any monster that I choose, and I choose D5! You take damage equal to its attack points!
You know, swing over the blue eyes and then whack Kaiba directly with 2500 attack Dark Magician? My god, if this actually matters, I will be so pissed. So pissed.
The ring.
Again, why does it take a single glance to get butt by the ring?
He's no longer inside the puzzle, because we've gone our separate ways. It wasn't easy, it still isn't, but I had to let him go. And you have to as well.
You lie. He's just afraid, scared to come out and face me. He knows he's no match for me.
Remember, kids, denial is the first stage in the grieving process.
This trap lets me discard a spell card to activate it.
My copy of the movie keeps showing me random things in English but cards in Japanese. Whatever. But this card's name is High Speed Aria, and the effect is to discard a normal spell, and the effect of the trap becomes that spell with the downside that you can't activate spell cards your next turn. What a dog effect. Kaiba can play Monster Reborn now with 0 strings attached. Why use the trap and gain a negative effect?
Magic attack! Kaiba!
I cheated, Yugi. My dual disc, my rules, suck me.
Oof, he's looked better.
Hilarious. But seriously, why is he just a very demented version of Kronos? No, not that Kronos. There we are.
I'm stronger than anyone ever before!
How is demonic Deathlord Aigami able to talk with that tongue? He's like Ojama Green or a person with a really bad open bite. What is the purpose of his cubic eye? I can't think of a practical use for it outside now he has ridiculous peripheral vision.
Now the fun shall truly begin!
If I'm going down, it won't be without a fight.
Do you mean...
Time to battle.
A duel? Excellent idea.
And now they're doing battle with a retarded dragon demon? What the actual has Yu-Gi-Oh become? 1,000 sins for the cubic dick. How would this creature mate? I feel like it would be like a children's shape puzzle.
Bring the pain, pandemic dragon! And by paying 500 life points, Pandemic Dragon lowers your monster's attack points.
Get it away from me! COVID jokes aside, is this where the Delta variant came from?
By weakening your monster, Pandemic Dragon automatically destroys it! None of my monster's abilities affected it.
Kaiba can make a dual disc, but he can't read?
Silver Gadget! Gold Gadget!
Dimension summoning is the funniest sounding thing ever. What if you heard this from behind a door?
I channel all the hatred of the shadows with my Millennium Ring to fuse together my 3 Crimson Novas into the ultimate fiend of despair! Crimson Nova Trinity, the Dark Cubic Lord!
Dark Cubic Lord! Okay, chill, bro. You need to relax, bro. Take a coffee, take a chill pill. Rewind and repeat.
Rewind and repeat.
You use the hatred of the ring to fusion summon this freak? I feel like polymerization would have done the job.
Each of you pests shall be the first to perish. I choose Yugi.
Oh, no, you don't.
Go, Crystal Avatar! Your attack switches to me!
Kaiba is so anti-Yugi he will choose to die before Yugi does.
Why did you do that?
For him. The Pharaoh.
Ah, so it was a noble sacrifice. But still, instead of using Crystal Avatar, just swap it with Negate Attack. It will stop the attack and you get to straight up live.
I still believe in the heart of the... cards.
I hate movies. I don't like sitting through them. But this is a moment that makes sitting through it worth it.
This can't be. The Pharaoh has returned!
That's right, Darkspawn. I have appeared to do some anime bull. Okay, cool. Atem shows up, places Palladium Oracle Mahad at the top of his deck so he can draw and special summon him. But how does this win the duel? They didn't deal any damage to Demonic Diva, so Atem swinging over Trinity the Cubic Lord for 500 does not win the duel. 500 damage is not over 8,000. I guess the friends at Toei thought, oh man, this movie is getting to be quite long, so they just made this the final move. Atem is very serious about wearing Yugi's jacket like a cape. Stop summoning me, Yugi.
The Pharaoh did return. So...
Our powers are gone.
Manny.
Wow. Manny just jebaited all of his closest friends by letting them think he was dead. Oh man, and the part where that guy turned to Smog's retarded cousin, oh man, this was quite a release for the new Duel Disc.
Yugi, you actually saw the Pharaoh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was great seeing him again.
How's he doing?
You know, he's doing good. He's dead, but, he's good.
Hate to say I told you so, but told you so.
You were right. I thought the Pharaoh would never return, but you never stopped believing.
Well, it was for all the wrong reasons, but attempt clutch is clutch, yo. Emotions. They are for the weak. These people threw their diplomas that the school gave them in these cylindrical KGB information packets run amok from the 60s in the air. And then confusion will ensue trying to find their specific diploma, since they all look exactly the same. Damn, the Plana people got the raw end of the deal. Whereas everyone else gets cool new things and opportunities, they're just now normal Egyptian nomads. I'm a big bro too. I'm glad that Yugi and crew are having a nice time because this dude over here just got his flight delayed. High fives all around, but Solomon gets 10? It's not fair. And Joey nearly gives Taya's face the slam jam dodge ram high five. Hey, look at that. Tristan reverted to a primal state and is trying to fly too.
Hey bro, the new dual disc numbers are in. It's a big hit.
Thank you for the update, Mokuba. But I really need to concentrate right now.
I really need to concentrate hitting these buttons, Mokuba.
Mokuba, you're in charge.
Seto, promise you'll come back.
This part of the movie is really strange because Kaiba is going back in time, going to the spirit world, going into a state where he's dead and alive at the same time so he can duel Atem? Just makes no sense, yo. What the hell is this? He looks like he's from the Tron movie. I guess Atem found the most hunky, ripped Egyptian strippers to be his guards? They must be strippers on the side, because what guard would let some futuristic douchebag just roll up on the Pharaoh like this? The Atem crotch shot is risky as Wow. Bravo. Bravo. You can't see me, so I could be wanking it or like spanking my girlfriend's fleshy bottom right now, but bravo movie! This was the best Yu-Gi-Oh movie I've ever seen! Didn't notice this the first time, but these credits are shaped to look like the Millennium Puzzle and spell out the words Yu-Gi-Oh! That's cool! Summon head, wait, no, not headgear. You are switch hitter. That's right, left handed and right hand. That's what I am. Let's go. Activate. This allows me to get one warrior from my deck. I draw Sparrow. Then I'm going to use his special effect to special summon him. Then I build the overlay network and get my Battling Boxer lead yoke. Oh man, when's Alito coming to? When's Alito coming to Smash? When's Alito coming to Duel Links? Come on, Konami. I just saw this morning that the update, now Trey is gonna be in there. It's like, okay, Quattro's cool, but Trey, I don't really care for Trey. I mean, he looks cool, but he's like the beta of the bunch. Until he got that upgrade. I won? I guess Atem found the most hunky, ripped Egyptian. I guess Atem found the most hunky, ripped Why is Egyptian so hard for me to say? I'm a fool, my friends. I now realize how similar Yugi's box is to the gold sarcophagus, which is a reference to the Ark of the Covenant itself. Oh, I'm so sorry. Whew, had a Dr. Pepper earlier. Alright, reset.
You gonna do a superhero landing? Wait for it!
Oh, yeah!
Superhero landing! Yeah, that's really hard on your knees. Totally impractical, they all do it.